Yes, folks, welcome back. Full-time reaction at Celtic Park to Celtic 2, Aberdeen 0. First victory of the season in the first game of the season. I've got Martin and Darren with me. Martin, good day's work in the end. Would you make of that?
Well, firstly to start with the pre-match
brilliant,
atmosphere. How good was that? How good is it? You know, great display, great atmosphere, great build-up. The weather helps, but just fantastic to be back. And we've all missed it because, you know, it was a great finish to the year last year. So real feel-good factor going into the game. And then we get that early goal, and you think, oh, that's an absolute dream. You know, having watched some of the games yesterday, there wasn't much to shout about. And then you come in today, and you just a different feeling, a different vibe about, you know, what's the art of the possible. But I suppose after that goal, you know, for being completely honest, there's a bit of flatness in the game. But always felt in control, Paul. You know, I suppose the highlight, we'll come to it later on, I'm sure, but the highlight was in that second half and that special goal from Jota. But overall, really pleased to get the win, to get a clean sheet. Disappointed that we didn't score more than 2 goals, but just delighted to get 3 points and win by a couple of goals and keep a clean sheet.
Aye, Darren, I thought we started the game well. Obviously, we get the early goal through Welsh, but I thought in the first 30-35 minutes our intensity was really good. We could have worked some of the openings better, but I thought our aggression without the ball, which we know is an absolute underpinning in Ange Postecoglou's team, was really good. We didn't let Aberdeen breathe, really. I thought we should probably have had more goals for our dominance in that first period.
No, you're absolutely right. We obviously got that goal in a couple of minutes, and you saw like the whole team was just pressing. Aberdeen only got a second on the ball, and it did kind of die down 15-20 minutes, because realistically you can't keep that intensity for 90 minutes. I know they're athletes, but they're only human, and after that you just wanted to control the game, and I thought we did control the game, as Martin said there, but I think Aberdeen actually played well at times and didn't just sit back and let us come at them, and it was a game of fit-bat sometimes, and we did well to manage it, and obviously we did have a few, I wouldn't say clear-cut chances, but half chances, maybe going 2 or 3 at half-time, but we came back out the second half, organised again, and we got a goal. That's a subliminal finish for Jota, and 3 points and a clean sheet. I don't think any of us can really complain. Obviously we thought after that first goal it was going to be a cricket score, and that's what we'd all like to see, but 2-0 is more than happy for us.
Martin, Rio Atati's been brilliant in pre-season, I thought, and in that first half today I thought he was really good, and you can see that dynamic with him and O'Reilly is going to be brilliant for us this season.
My prediction, and I was nowhere near it, but I predicted he'd get a hat-trick. I've just been so pleased with him, and he's obviously looking a bit fresher and fitter. It was a bit of fatigue kicked in last year, but he's got everything. He's such a clever player. I sometimes think he's ahead of the guys round about him at times, but I love him. And he didn't get his goals today, but had a couple of chances, didn't he? Nearly got a goal in the first half. And
do you know what? I thought he'd done well today, and it's not like him. I think without the ball, he was really good. He was getting on loose balls, making interceptions, and that's something that I think he can improve on. He did it well today.
Well, see, the Scottish game, one of the things I say about the Scottish games are really fast game, really fast paced, and I sometimes think if you're not used to that, you can come and it can just pass you by. And I sometimes think in away games last year, I looked at Atati and I thought you're quite out of position. You know, you're in no man's land.
Aye.
But he's getting up to speed. He's understanding how the game works in Scotland, and he's getting stronger and stronger.
Aye, he was excellent today. Aberdeen did have chances though towards the end of that first half. Johnny Hayes puts one wide just before 40-minute mark. Big chance. That's probably our best chance of the game, innit? In the second half, again, we often puffed, but I thought some of the passing was sloppy at times, and I don't know if that's just rustiness with the first game of the season, but a few turnovers for Welsh, Juranovic, even a few of the forward players at times, we just seem a bit sloppy in the ball.
Yeah, it could be. It's our first competitive game since that Motherwell game. I think Aberdeen have played 4 competitive games, so I think that will. So we will sort of phase out of that, and we will start getting more sharper as the season progresses on. And I think that the final ball was lacking a wee bit sometimes, especially that penetrative pass that we're so used to doing last season. It was missing today a wee bit, especially if I think in the midfield, Rio Atati and O'Reilly. We did give ball away a few times, but these things will phase out over time, I think.
Martin, you mentioned it already in the second half. For the Blackburn game here, I said Jota was worth coming alone. That moment in the second half, that's probably goal of the season in the first game, isn't it?
Oh, it's just, as you say, you know, it's great to come and watch Celtic. And Celtic have always got good players and always got a good team, you know, a grand old team to play for and play the Celtic way, and all the songs that we sing are all about the style of football. So you come here to watch that. But when you get a player like Jota, it gets you up in the morning, gets you up that wee half hour extra, and you've got a wee spring in your step. And
it's 1 in a million.
Oh, he's absolutely fantastic. He does try the flamboyant finishes sometimes, and today 3 or 4 times, you know, the ball's probably still in the air for a couple of the shots that he tried. He tried that overhead kick, stroke, scissor kick, whatever it was, right, as well, you know. And he's just brilliant. There was one move in particular in the first half. He played a wee 1-2 with somebody that didn't come off for him, but I thought, if that had come off, what a goal that would have been.
It almost feels like he's 2 steps ahead of the game sometimes. I just think for all his ability, he's so intelligent as well. He reads a game and he gets himself into spaces where he can just cause so much trouble. And I think our teams know that he's the main man out the wing. He's trying to double up on him, but I think his intelligence, his movement, he can get into spaces where he can cause problems, and I think he is just 1 in a million for us, and I'm so glad we've got him for 4 years.
He's got that versatility as well. He's constantly switching sides with Maeda and then maybe Abada when he came on. He ended up through the middle towards the end. When Giakoumakis was defending the corners, he was the man up through the middle. He's going to be such a big player for us this season, isn't he?
Yes. I think first half he swapped. Wee man was telling me, he said, there's Jota swapped, and you could give him a free roll, he could play anywhere. He drifts in and drifts out of games, but I think he does that intentionally. Models his game on Ronaldo. We know he's not Ronaldo, right? But he is obsessed with Ronaldo. He grew up, watching everything about Ronaldo, and he's got a little bit of Ronaldo about him. His goal today was certainly a Ronaldo type goal.
Aye.
You watch it. I mean, I watched it several times in the replay during the game, and then at the end again. I was in the lounge and we were playing the goals back. Just you'll not get sick of watching that. The amount of space he creates for himself after going past 2 or 3 players.
He's almost fallen as well, isn't he?
Oh, he's almost
fallen.
You actually think he's made a mess of it. And then the finish is just in the movement with the ball. And I mean, that's goal of the season already. Eh?
Aye,
give him it now.
Aye, great goal. You see the strength on the bench starting as well today. Giakoumakis, Ralston came on. I don't think it was his best day by any means. Ralston came on. Abada, Moy came on. I thought he looked pretty decent. You really see that depth in the squad now that maybe wasn't there at this time. This time last season definitely wasn't there.
100%. I think it's what any team that's pushing for a championship needs is that depth, because it can bring consistency. Like you saw the day, I think Kyogo really struggled to get involved today, and we brought in Giakoumakis, and again he actually had a few chances.
So they missed a couple of chances, didn't
they? He got those chances, and I don't think Kyogo would have been able to get in those chances. I think that number 5 with the man marked him well, and I think it's just what you're talking about, that depth where you can't, if Kyogo isn't having his best game, you can bring on somebody like Giakoumakis, and then Moy coming on in midfield. Good to see him play. Rio Hatate comes off. David Turnbull. To see
so much quality.
David Turnbull start on the bench today, and you were just alluding to last season there, like what a difference in 12 months, eh?
Aye. Martin, me and Darren joked after the Blackburn game about how many weeks Jota would get man of the match. He's man of the match today, isn't he?
He's man of the match, and he got man of the match a lot last year, didn't he? I mean, it was every other week he was man of the match, but he'll be every week this year. Special mention for Turnbull. He came on, and Giakoumakis, can't believe he never started. What a difference he's made to the game. Moy, Turnbull. You're looking at your subs now and thinking, gee, how did they?
Spoilt for choice, isn't it? It's a good tea for the manager, I think.
5 subs as well this season, which obviously helps a team like Celtic.
I think we'll need it because of the intensity we're playing it.
Yeah.
Loads of games as well.
Special call out for Carter Vickers today. At least twice in the second half. Late on, I can remember there was 2 or 3 players against him, and he just calmly.
He had a goal-saving challenge at the end.
I think Aberdeen a lot trying to catch us with the ball over the top a bit, and because we did play such a high line, and for a guy, he's quite a broad guy, but he's so quick, eh?
Yeah.
Very quick.
Excellent. Good day all round for the Hoops. 2-0 in the opening game of the season. We are going to the pub to discuss this in more detail, so jump over for the post-match pint when you can. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you soon.